Hi, welcome to today's video. Today we've managed to get out and do a bit of painting. Well, that's the plan anyway, I haven't started yet, as you can see. So we've come down to Penrose Estate, which is near Low Pool, which is over that way. Using a plywood panel, which is around sort of 10 by 8 inches, something like that. They've been gessoed, so oils on this plywood panel. So I think let's get cracking. Quick run through some of these materials I'm using today. I've got some terps, I've got some oil paint medium, which is stand oil and terps, so that's my mix in a Michael Harding bottle, and these go in here. So I'll put my oil medium in here, which is a bit more sort of sticky and oily, that one, and this is where the dry stuff that the terps goes. Colours are titanium buff white, a warm white, cadmium yellow, sharp lemon yellow, that one, a Michael Harding lemon yellow, Naples yellow, cadmium red, magenta, Indian red, raw sienna, raw umber, violet, ultramarine blue. This is a phthalo blue titanium white mix that Michael Harding does. A little bit of cobalt blue. I've got an ivory black in the corner there, and I've got a bit of sap green today, as there's quite a lot of green out there. So that's the view we're going to paint. Looking sort of through here, look, this is what we're after, this bit here, this tree and some of these darks in here. Well, that's the plan anyway, so let's see how we get on. The sun is up there in the sky, so we've positioned ourselves so my board is in the shadow. So at the moment, the only thing is the easel. This is going to come round a bit. This sun is going to come round, so I'm going to have to just push the easel, the palette. Sorry, I'm going to push the palette that way so this stays in the shade for longer. But that's not much we can do about that. Let's get some colour down. Let's get a bit of green on there. Let's have a think about this quickly now. I don't think I'll bother putting the sky in actually. Let's just get something in here a minute. You can see some of these darks. So that's sort of like a darkish area, goes off up there like that. It's quite dark. I've got some dark greens now in here. That's that sort of area, nettles. That's all the shadow that's drifting across. There's the tree, I've got a bit of that there. So that's right down sort of here. A bit more. And this goes up and all that in there. I've got some so that sort of ends there. That's that area. Sort of the shadow sort of drifts into there. Quite tricky actually. We've got a lighter area there, which is quite nice. So there's that light area of trees. And then back in here it sort of gets more of a violet blue in here. That's better. That's quite nice actually, because that'll contrast nicely against that yellow, those yellowy green trees. Something like that in there. And there's a mixture of greens and things up there, so we're not too worried about that at the moment. So that's a little light area of tree, very sort of pale. Up here there's a bit more there, and then it starts to get brighter up here, look around there. Slightly now we're going to introduce a bit of cadmium yellow. You can just see the, maybe able to just see the difference to these trees that are running down here now. I can't really see what's going on in this area here, but I do know that there is a shadow being cast by something there. It's quite a nice hard edge actually. There's a shadow, and then we've got another tree here, so we want to bring that shadow just down to about there, and then there's more shadows here. Again, we can't really see what's going on because the branches of that tree are in the way, and I think behind there it's pretty dark, sort of like this, just in there. So I'm just going to place that in. So we've got something up there. Let's get rid of that bug a minute. You can go and fly away then. Alright, let's stop there a minute. So this is what we've got so far, and luckily the cattle over there have just been quite relaxed. So it doesn't bother me at all. It's good because they like the smell of linseed oil. Anyway, this is where we're at the moment. Quick block in, just to give us an idea of what we're sort of what the basic shadows and light areas are, and where that tree is, and the track that runs through the middle. Looks like it's bisecting or dissecting the canvas. But anyway, that's where we're at the moment. A little bit of thicker paint there in that area, and it's still quite thin at the back, which is quite nice, and very thin at the front, which is good because it means I can put sort of thicker paint on the top of that quite easily. So that's pretty dry already, not just a little bit of stuff coming off, but not a lot. So yeah, all good fun so far. So you're going to use a raw umber and a violet for some of these darks in the tree, because that does need to definitely needs to be darker, and it needs to be in front of this area here. You see, these shadows are looking quite nice. Let's get them placed in a bit nicer now. I'm going to use that lemon yellow and an ultramarine blue. I want this to be this shadow. There is a path there. There's that tree. It's a bit smaller than I've got it, but I quite like it. That shadow now is changed a little bit. So now it's sort of cutting across at a slightly different angle now. They've sort of started to move like that. Let's try and use a sap green with this lemon yellow. That's a bit cooler in there. It's quite nice actually. That might work in that section there, just there. And it changes a bit, gets a bit more vibrant. Over here now we want to, see that is more like what's in there. So that's quite good when you put a colour on and it's not the right one. You can usually see where you can actually use it instead. Usually becomes more obvious once it's on the painting. I just like to get it on the canvas and work around it really. I'm not somebody who likes needs to be too accurate. I'm more interested in just getting something down that is a rough representation of what's there. These colours in here are quite nice actually. This is a little bit more lively, let's say. This sort of yellow green in here. Something along those lines there. Amazing how different the colours are in just small areas of grass. In this bit here, it's more of a cadmium yellow, green. That makes sense. So those greens are a little bit different to what is in other places, that's the thing. Let's use the two lemon yellows together, stick some medium in the paint. We want the track to be running across there. This might help us sort of find out a little bit more where we are in this painting then. Getting this area in. I want to keep that nice and sort of loose and not overworked basically. All this area. This is where the edge of the road is. And then that goes off up there. Something like that there. In here wants to be a lot richer in colour. So we've got the sap green. I'm going to put a bit of Indian red in with it. So we want that to sort of go like that. It's quite a nice hard edge in there. So we're using the paint a bit thicker, I'll show you that in a minute. And on that side's the same, we just do that there. Here they come, just coming making their way over to say hello, I think. So we may have some visitors in a minute. So this is where we're at this point. We are sort of getting there. I think we've got an idea of what it's like, but it's nowhere near what I was hoping. I'm just quite struggling today actually with the application of the paint for some reason. Maybe it's just lack of practice. I haven't been out so much lately. We will persevere. So we've gone a bit, so that's quite thick there, richer colours, and a little bit thinner towards the back there. We'll carry on, persevere. Let's get something in for that path. This is with the rigger, and I'm going to use the rigger in a different way in a minute, which is a lot more fun than this. So that's our road, or track. There's a cow been sat there all that time. I'm just going to place that in there. We have some visitors. As expected, here they are. They've just come up. I think some of them are going down for a drink actually in the stream, which is just down there. Quite nice. Don't bother you at all, do they? Look, lovely. Right, I'm going to just try and get something on this tree now. So I'm going to get some of these colours mixed in with and some terps. I'm just going to rough brush some of these colours in, some of these branches now with this rigger. So quite a liquidy paint is what I want. So there's a nice branch there, you see, and then that wriggles around and goes off in different places. Same up there. And then, yeah, you've got so many branches, random branches going off here and there. It's quite nice. And what I'll do, I'll put some of these ones in which I can see a bit more obviously, sort of like this, and then I will alter things with the colours and the shapes. So up there you've got that lovely tree behind. I don't want to lose that, so I'm just going to be a little bit more careful with what I'm putting in front of it. Up here, and these sort of, I'm brushing these in now quite random, you see, to crisscross and let the brush do the work really. Because in here, especially over this bit, it's just started catching the sun. There's some nice fine areas which are catching the sun here, so we need a liquidy type of paint. We're holding the brush quite far, right at the end of the brush handle, and we're just sort of brushing them around. Need more paint on the tip for some of these now. And they go right across into there, so we're going to have to make that quite light, some of those. So we're in here, it's just like a real mishmash of branches and things there. See if we can rescue this a little bit, because I don't like it at all. So we need some of these lighter areas over here now, and then we can put some darks underneath. So we've got a few branches catching the sun out here. Biggish one there. Scratch back a little bit as well. Yeah, you've got to be brave sometimes and put some stuff over the top of the things you've painted, which you quite like. So we need a lot more of these finer branches coming down into this area here. So the old point was this tree. It's what I quite liked. And it protrudes into this landscape. So without that, this is nothing, is it? Never really got to grips with that area at the back, did we really? Up here, there's some of these that are catching the sun. They've got quite a nice colour on the top. And there's one here just catching the sun there now. So we might as well put that in, just give it a bit of life at the back there. Up here, and it's just a bit more defined where the the darks are. There are some little fence posts, but I'm not really going to be bothering with those. Just put a few hints actually. You can hardly see them, only where they're a bit thicker. I think that's about it on this one. I think I can't really go any further now. Flies are starting to bite. As you can see, we've got some visitors. She's not hurting though. That's what we've got. A myriad of greens and all these branches, and I put a little cow down there, just the one. That's all I could see really all afternoon. They've just worked their way down to the stream and back up to me now, coming back up, some of them. But yeah, that's it. I think I've had enough of that one now. Won't we? Leave you in peace. Okay, well that'll do for today. This is our little oil on Plein. Oh, thank you very much. They say never work with animals and kids, don't they? Typical. Okay, so that's our landscape painting for today. Penrose Estate. All on Plein. Very difficult. I struggled quite a lot with that one, I have to admit today. Quite a struggle. But good fun nonetheless. Nice to be out. So hopefully that will get out a bit more now. The weather's picked up and we can sort of make some progress with this plein air painting and get back into it properly again. The paint's gone on a bit thick. It didn't struggled with the application of the paint today, which meant the colours started to go a little bit muddy. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, bye for now, see you next time.